They're very limited.
All right, so it looks like my panel have finally decided to agree on something here. They're both going to go with Alliance here for game number 2. We'll be going to a game number 3. You guys have to wait and find out. OD Pixel and Fog to take you guys through all the action.
Thank you very much. Yes, here we go, getting ready for this one. Fogged, what do you expect? We're seeing sort of, NiP here at ESL One Germany bring out solid performance after performance. The panels coming in this one, they say that they really like what Alliance has got going on. Do you agree? Because NiP, they're suddenly trying something a bit different.
Battle.
We're getting an offlane bounty hunter coming into action.
I'd say Alliance isn't trying anything too different either. I know we've seen it a few times now as this mid Underlord.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure. I'm not sure what this... Yeah, I'm not too sure what to think of it, to be honest with you. It's very different.
I mean, it's going to be easy CS right in the mid lane. This is the great thing about Underlord. Good job trying to sort of get the last hits against him. Limp's going to have a pretty good edge with that.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how much he can match the movements, right? Because Underlord, when I look at that hero, I'm like, wow, incredibly immobile hero for the majority of the game, right? You're usually just parked in a lane, sure you have your Rift and all that to like join the sides, but Void Spirit is like one of the most mobile heroes in the game. You're gonna see Supreme looking to gank side lanes probably a lot in order to take advantage of Limp being immobile. That's what I would imagine at least.
30 seconds to battle.
Top lane, look at this S4.
He's careful.
He's careful. He's not heading over here. Sort of prepared for some action there in NiP, but yeah, sort of across the board. So yeah, the panel liking what Alliance has. Would you sort of agree, or is there something you see from NiP's that NiP's hero roster that you would favor?
I do like Alliance a lot more. They have so much more overwhelming team fight. I think NiP can be scrappy though. That's the one thing. Like they can look for these constant fights, trying to play around cooldowns and stuff like that. His Clockwork and Bounty Hunter can be very devastating versus these squishy supports. Rubik and Witch Doctor can definitely feed.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be very interesting to see sort of how Limp plays it against sort of Supreme. I mean, it will be sort of a situation where when Supreme does make those movements, Limp with the aura, gets a few CS, you're hitting hard. So when it comes to sort of taking down the enemy tier 1 tower, you're going to be able to do that pretty well. First creep wave comes in, if NiP is not prepared to sort of gather around Supreme in the mid lane, that tower is going to fall very low.
Yeah, definitely. I see that they're NiP setting themselves again for an aggressive tri-lane here, trying to find FNG. He steps up a bit too far. He's got the heal going. Is it enough?
That is not. I mean, as you said, NiP, this is what worked out so nicely for them last time round, right? They sort of start with this aggression and they're able to sort of peel away the kills and find couriers. Ares able to get in, take out that courier. So that'll be a sentry out of the game for a little bit of time.
Yep, and it forced Saberlight into our S4 into a 1v1 versus Saberlight, where I feel like Saberlight's pretty fine with this. We see this first wave, S4, he's got good control, but everything's pushing into Saberlight. He'll be able to farm these under the tower just fine. And hey, if your Bounty Hunter is ever getting anything, I think you're pretty happy, because this hero is just, it's also a big question mark for you. I'm just not too sure what the hero overall accomplishes besides, just giving you this track money inside the mid-game team fights.
Denied.
Do you think that for Alliance this is pretty much... see Hans Ken? He's going to be able to find this time. Then Courier actually nearly dying for error, but then alive down 6 HP, will manage to back off. But yeah, from Alliance, this is sort of what the response you want to come in with. You know that NiP is going to want to run this aggro tri-lane. You do just meet it with the tri-lane yourself.
Yeah, your tri-lane is extremely strong. FNG's still a little weak because he's still level 1, but it's a triple range tri-lane. It is still very threatening. With this heal put into play too, eventually you get bugs as well. Maybe not, actually, maybe he does get for it, but...
dude, I mean, look at this mid lane. I'm telling you, this is the great thing about Underlord.
It dumps on the matchup.
It's easy CS. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to go in a pub and play a mid laner where you just can sort of switch your brain off and hit creeps when they're at half HP, Underlord, he's the dream. The easiest CS on the world, and Limp's showing us that at the moment. 14-7 against the
Nikobaby.
4-1.
He also gets caught in the cogs with the sentry down bottom. They're actually able to set up for 2 of them, even though they have this strong tri-lane. They're getting smashed.
They get the D ward as well, taking away that lane ward. I mean, it just seems to be something that NiP are very good at running right there. When it comes to running a tri-lane, we've seen it twice now in this series where they always know when sort of kill thresholds there. A hero, if it's out of position, they'll always get that kill.
Yeah, they're missing some CS on Charlie, but it's fine when he's able to just get himself set up for some kills.
Dire's courier has been
And their
killed.
aura is strong. That is the thing. It's a tri-lane with a lunar blessing. So that base damage bonus, not negligible at all. And it's a sentry battle, really, as we see coming down into play down bottom.
S4 actually able to get that courier snipe away from Saberlight. And S4 continuing to... Well, it's pretty even. I mean, he's slightly ahead. In fact, what's
he might get killed off.
Whoa, he's dead or not?
Ooh, stick fairy
Just
fire.
kidding. Stick charges come out. Oh, he's able to make it away, but only just there. That was a little too close for comfort for Saberlight.
Oh, look at it go!
Yeah, these lanes are, I mean, this mid-matchup is just a massive problem. Bottom again, the aggression. Hanskin steps up too far, gets caught in the cogs.
Charges in this time. Ooh, they got him still. Era finds the kill. Misha, will he fall? The bug's beating him down, but he's actually able to live. Salves out as well, so Misha's able to stick in the lane.
Oh yeah, Nikobaby, I was thinking he might do this, but might actually omit from it, but goes for the bugs because they have a tri-lane. Ends up not working out though. Era. Okay. Yeah, this mid is a big problem though. I have heard people talking about this Underlord mid versus
great,
some of these
honestly.
weaker heroes. It actually just, I don't know what he would just lose to. Like these ranged heroes sure might hurt him a lot, but man, this base damage is just absolutely insane.
Now, what would you? I mean, what would you pick against sort of mid Underlord? What would be really good against it? Something like, would a Timber be good?
Pogna, Timber,
Yeah,
any of the, you know, Ursa, Monkey, well, Monkey King in particular, probably. But
that's true. Yeah, that's true. And he sort of does the straight mana beaters. But other than that, so these more orthodox bids like the Void Spirit, a hero that's, you know, picked a lot of the times just because of how nice it is to sort of right click the creeps with that wonderful attack animation. And it's just straight up destroyed here by Limp this game.
yeah.
It's absolutely crushing it. 32 and 12 in this mid lane against 17 and 1. It's not even close.
Dire's middle tower is under
Bottom
attack.
battle is kicking out. They're on the side here. Era trying to find somebody. The cast though, it's bouncing on Charlie.
Yeah, Era's going to have both Cogs and the Bastion Star available. There's a lot of creeps, and Charlie, he is dead. Era not able to find anything in return. I mean, it's continuing. You know, for also the kills that they are getting, definitely an issue that the CS, it hasn't got any better for Charlie. It was a slow start and it just hasn't sped up. He still just isn't actually being able to farm down here whatsoever. And you're seeing that, look, 5 minutes in, sure it's 4-1, but Alliance are at a 2k lead just because of how well pretty much all of the lanes are going, even the top lane. I mean, sure, it's basically an even trade, but S4 slightly ahead. But this mid lane and bottom lane, the difference between the cores, it's just massive.
No line, Hanskin again here, but Nikobaby's got to get it. Can they find Nikobaby? Nope. Task. Too strong.
Pushing more weight. Yeah, the farm for Nikobaby and Limp in comparison to Supreme and Charlie, it's massive for 6 minutes in.
Is under attack.
Yeah, Alliance is definitely way happier, and Charlie, he's going for like these points because he has to go for 2-0-2 because he's still in the lane. His recovery method's gonna be, it's gonna be tough because now he's gonna be a very under-leveled Luna. Usually these carries, you're like level 5 by now or something along the lines if you're in your safe lane. So he's gonna have a harder time. And S4, he's massive. And speaking
Dire's
of S4
middle
top,
tower
they
is
commit the
under
spear.
attack.
Kill. And they're actually the ones to break the tri-lane and are coming out ahead in the tri-lane as well with this triple range.
Yeah, this whole move from Alliance has really worked out. Even losing those heroes in the lane, it didn't matter.
Dire's
Did
top
not matter
tower
at all.
is under
3k
attack.
ahead
Dire's structures
from this
are
laning
fortified.
stage, and the pressure's on. Hanskin able to keep the siege creep alive, get some damage into the top tower, and this mid lane just continues to be, you know, he's not missed a single creep, I don't think, Limp this game, and he's not going to start doing so anytime soon. Phase boots are going to be on the way out, and once you have that extra damage from phase boots as well, it's you're never missing a single last ever again.
Nope, and he has haste rune so he can match any type of aggressive move. Let's say Supreme does want to look to gank side lanes. He just hastes, pops TP, he's there. He can counter gank way harder than this Void Spirit would actually like to set up top. They're trying to go onto S4 here with Era.
Radiant structures
But
are
quick knockback.
fortified.
And he should.
Dire's
able to get
middle
away.
tower is under
And it
attack.
does, and mid lane, Hanskin sweeps over from the top, gets the grab in onto Supreme, and look at this, 7 minutes in.
80
Now what am I
damage.
telling you about this damage? You just beat through these towers early on and
Dire's
it's gone.
middle tower has fallen.
It is gone, this mid lane. I mean, that's how you don't really worry about the moves that Supreme's going to make on a Void Spirit when you're playing for this less immobile hero. You just destroy the lane that hard that, sure, Supreme can make moves, but he's not going to have any items, and he's kind of just not going to have sort of the levels. You know, he's a full level behind that of Limp. It's not going to be very impressive movements that he can make. It's going to feel underwhelming from the Void Spirit because of how this mid lane went.
Yeah, I mean, he can't even make the movements now, because now it will get matched every single time. Yeah, it's looking problematic, especially because they're playing into these really big beefcake heroes, right? Like this Mars, this Underlord, they're going to absorb the spells, and I look at NiP's draft, and I do feel like it is lacking in some forms of damage. Like if Charlie isn't very farmed, their damage is pretty much only going to be coming out from the Void Spirit. Bounty Hunter is a very single target-oriented hero. He's just a Janata and a Shuriken inside the mid game.
Top lane, Supreme is going to try and jump in onto S4, but Limp's around. Saberlight, he's going to go down. They're trying to burst S4. Supreme, has he got enough damage? Jumps in with the Astral Step, but it's not enough to get him. S4's going to live. Supreme's going to go down. It's a double kill for Limp. And I mean, it may only be 4K, but I mean, even saying that, it's still 4K. It feels a lot worse than that. This is getting pretty out of hand, it feels already.
Yeah, I mean, Limp is going to have an unbelievable time on this Athos.
Dire's top
And
tower.
he's so strong. Oh, and look at that. Oh, look at the damage. 210.
See, look at his plus 240, plus 250, plus 258, plus 266. It just keeps going up. Nearly plus 300 damage at 9 minutes in. That's amazing.
And he's got the Faded Brooch, so he's got the move. The one thing the Underlord lacks is movement speed, the mana pool too. He's going to farm like a beast. And bottom, Charlie.
Dire's bottom
run away from a Witch Doctor.
Saberlight, despite having sort of that lane where he was able to farm, get the levels, yet to really be able to get involved in any action and use that track to sort of help his team pick themselves back up. There's just not been opportunities.
The reason this hero has not been picked very much at all is he doesn't provide a whole lot.
Misha, pushed away by the spear. Fast out between the two of them. Saberlight, he's just going to die. The Maledict's on him. He's almost certainly going to pop. He's trying to bring down FNG with him.
Blessings
If he can get himself away, Contribute won't quite connect. Saberlight, is he going to live? But the arena's out. No escape for him. Saberlight going down once more. This time they do get themselves a couple of kills before Saberlight goes down.
He's under attack.
Yeah, I think it was both track kills as
mid
well.
lane.
He was able to clean up mid.
He's got to be careful. He starts trying to jump in onto Limp and have Charlie around by the side, but Charlie with the build, yet to put a point into Eclipse. Now he does so, but Limp's already out of there. Just moved away. They can't burst through the Underlord.
Under attack.
Limp will live. Continue his road to what indeed is going to be an incredibly quick, probably around this 11-minute Rod of Athos.
Yeah, and I feel like these heroes are going to provide so much distraction on the map. Like this S4 Mars, who's massive, this Underlord, who's massive. He's going to give Nikobaby all the space in the world, just farm. All he really has to do in this game, he is tracked up, though, after the Shukuchi. We'll have to back away from the top lane from Saberlight.
Not much more than punch and a shuriken that Saberlight could do right now against him.
To restore the void within.
That's bottom S4. Running straight in, looking for action. Hera does have the hook shot. They will catch S4 underneath the tower. Charlie, he's just going to drop the Eclipse. Burst through S4 straight away. And NiP, anything that sort of gets presented to them like that, they've got to commit fully. They've got to be a little careful how far they chase, though, because Alliance is coming in with the TPs. Hanskin trying to get a lift in from the sideline, so look over towards Misha. Misha grabbed up. Misha will go down. One more hit from Nikobaby does the job. The Maledict on Terror as well as the overwhelming damage should bring him out. Limp gets the route out onto the two of them. Supreme caught by the paralyzing cast. He's still got an Astral Step to jump away with, and he has to. He gets out, he's away. Now this tier 1 tower is going to take a bit of a beating with the next wave coming in once again. Limp's got plus 149 damage if he wants to stick around and try and take this tower.
Pretty big that they're able to get these type of kills. Charlie, unfortunately, does not get the last hits on them, but does get enabled a little bit. And they hold their tower for a moment. Now, it does look like it'll inevitably go down because this 133 bonus damage.
Dire's bottom tower.
Doing an okay job of fighting back when it's 6k deficit at 12 minutes. It's like, it's very Alliance favored right now because of this. So it's always good if NiP is able to get any type of kill comebacks. But I'm worried for him, Owen. I don't know how they come
the
back
recovery for Charlie is just going to be slow.
attack.
I mean, just look at sort of the position he's in right now. Whereas stage of the game, Hanskin's just about to overtake Farmer Charlie's Luna at 12 minutes in. This has not been the start that NiP hoped for when they ran that tri lane. And the thing is, you look at Charlie, he's 2-1-5. You know, that sounds pretty impressive, but
then look down. 38 lasted
Yeah.
13 minutes.
They just went two in on the kills. I guess sort of the benefit of running this tri-lane, sure, it doesn't matter if you're not actually able to farm. You know, it really just goes to show, you know, 2 1 and 5. He's involved in 7 kills at 13 minutes, but he's still this far behind, and his recovery is not looking easy.
No, especially because you have to put these high points in your beam for the lane. Yeah, the experience is about 4,000 for Alliance. But yeah, that net worth is just continuing to rise as they farm at a faster rate. Charlie, now he has 2 points in glaives, but still gonna need a lot of time to kind of recover here. And he's into very good counters of his hero too. Like Mars and Underlord, this hero's pretty good versus the Luna at most stages of the game. This atrophy aura is always gonna be a problem.
For NiP, I mean, they can't really go hunting, can they? They're not going to be the ones looking for a fight for quite some time now, and at least until Charlie has managed to catch up. But Light's not giving that space for them. Spear onto Supreme. They're going to have the arena into the Spear. Limp just having this overwhelming amount of damage. Any sort of lockdown, if Limp's able to get on top of them, they just get cut through by this Underlord and his plus damage.
They have to all just play really around the triangle here. Yeah, this is really scary. Especially like you don't have a 3 position that can really just push out lanes either. Like this Bounty Hunter. Saberlight's having the best game for his team, but I'm still just... I don't know what he's going to do in the midst of the fights. Like when he has Aghanim, the Shuriken, the Bounty Hunter is going to be okay, but there's already a Roach.
Plus 141 bonus damage, you've got the bugs, you've got the Desolator done on Nikobaby. You're going to be able to take this down in no time.
Perfect planning coming out from Alliance, everything really going in their favor, and he just trying to farm some H.
Radiant are scanning. Roshan has fallen to the ring.
Quick Roshan.
Seeing a level 8 Luna, and then I see a level 12 Mars, I just have very high doubts for NiP being able to try to recover this game.
Yeah, the top lane Supreme.
Alliance can just run around together, just constantly looking for kills. Their lanes
Limp
are...
can find the rod. Supreme's going to have to be quick with the jump. Limp's getting right on top of it. I mean, between the pit and the rod and a cask and a spear, they've got more than enough.
It's looking rough on. As the Limp's actually just going to bypass behind the tower. He wants to get to this triangle.
Oh, Charlie, you got to run.
He knows
You've
this is the only place. Only home of NiP right now. And they're gonna ward it. Ward the whole area. They're gonna block it as well too. FNG's thinking about it.
Impressive stuff here from Alliance.
Yeah, they have a ward up around the top side, so they see where Charlie is and they take over the triangle. So now Luna's farm gonna be slowed down. But Limp, he actually walks into a lot of them here.
He does walk into a bit of a trap. Arena does come out of the 3 of them. Limp will go down. Look, this cask. Oh, beautiful set of foot. And this Mallet down. This is a lot of damage onto NiP as Arrow will pop. But Saberlight, can he actually clean up more? He's running down FNG. Will find a second, but they've lost 4 on NiP. Saberlight tries for the TP up, but S4 again with the blink, finding the perfect angle, spearing him straight into the tree. It's a team wipe as NiP just getting crushed once again. Even in a situation where, you know, it could have really started more awkward for Alliance. Limp walking into the entirety of them. They kill him off at the start of it all. It isn't enough for NiP at this point. Alliance are that far ahead that even when Alliance begin the fight losing one of their strongest heroes, it doesn't matter because everybody else on their team is just so far ahead of the counterpart.
Yeah, absolutely. S4 just holds his ground in the front. FNG gets great cast bounces, and yeah, you're really seeing that gold deficit coming into play. And it's like you said, you know, they started it. There's no better way to start a fight. Nikobaby, he also just gets the free cleanup throughout all of it there, and yeah, it's feeling pretty damn impossible for NiP to recover. Charlie, he dies right at the start of the fight too, so doesn't really get much XP. No funny business from Alliance this time around. Is again right back lane, looking for Supreme.
Top lane. Arena's going to get dropped down. Eris is able to make his way out of it, but Misha's going to be held down to the wall. Straight away with the spear, they take down one. FNG actually able to to find the chance to hold his ground and get the death ward out. Era's on the run. S4's going to continue to chase him. Saberlight trying to look to get his way in, just start to lay out the tracks, but no real way to find it. This Charlie just running straight up to the north, attempting to get away from the Saberlight. Will manage to get in to kill off FNG, but it's going to cost him his life. The rest of Alliance just turns straight towards the bounty, and now they're going to try and chase for Era as well.
And he gave track, babe. Like the other thing, Hans can still track.
Is under attack.
It's not getting any easier for NiP here.
Radiant's top tower.
They're just trapped completely on the defensive. They really can't do much of anything because of how these lanes played out. Yeah, Alliance just have the whole map is theirs.
Era.
Still baby for a moment. Still Aegis though. As Misha almost two-shotted there.
Oh, he's dead. He's very dead. Era, he tried to go in on this. I mean,
He's also very dead.
yeah, it's wishful thinking there from Era. There's nothing to be done. They'll take him for a quick trip back to base. You know, they're low on the mana. And straight back out for TPs, refuel. Everyone's back up to full HP, full mana.
Yeah, they're gonna smoke up anyway. Look for something. They are going straight toward the Ancients, straight toward the triangle, as their ward was taken out. Senji. It's scary when your carry, as Charlie, is just threatened by the two supports too. Just Hanske and FNG can easily kill him.
Well, I mean,
he's spotted on the side.
He's still only got the same net worth as Hanske.
Dire's bottom tower.
Charlie's
is
still
under attack.
unable to really give himself a boost. As it just does seem that at the beginning, the lack of being able to farm in that laning stage, it just continues to bear over him.
I mean, it really just feels like they're playing without a big hero, right? That's super. He just cannot contribute anything to help out either. 0, 6, and 2.
Era, looking at going for S4.
Dire's bottom tower.
Oh, he's got the pit set up onto the two of them. Marina out to the side. Well, managed to get the mules up here. Supreme's able to jump out with the dissimilate there. Able to burn through Weaver the once. Death ward out there, and Nikobaby's back up for another round. He's over towards Misha. Clumsy net holds the CM in place. He's up to the high ground. S4 tries to fish it with the spear. It does hit the God's Rebuke though, and Misha just explodes.
And Supreme's actually lucky to get out of the fight there too, because the spear actually missed. So S4 actually whiffed it on his arena there.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a miscommunication. They both went in, and Hanskin actually pulled him to the side with the telekinesis.
Yeah.
Rather than holding him straight in line at that spear. So, little mistakes, but with the lead that Alliance has, they can certainly afford to make a few of those without any worries right now.
Yeah, and they did get what? I think what? 2 track kills? I think it was 2 track kills out of it all, or maybe even more than that. So, yeah, in firm control. Now 4 of the top 5 net worths, as the Rubik has surpassed.
Oh boy. Oh my, yeah, that's...
Oh, where's Charlie going? Charlie is smoking out of his base to find a place to farm.
Wait, what is he
runs right in. He's just trying to farm anywhere. And he's dead.
Where? Why? Where? Goodbye.
I think he's feeling that this game is completely over. I think he was trying to smoke to the enemy Ancients to farm there, because he probably feels like his Ancients are impossible.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah,
under attack.
I don't know what he was smoking. I mean, well, he just went in and died. He is gone. He's dead, out of the game.
This one feels pretty over anyway, I'll be honest.
We might be gearing ourselves up for a game 3.
Radiant's
Especially
bottom
with moves
tower
like that.
is under attack.
See just a consistent linear growth here, both network
Dire's
and
top tower
XP
is under
for
attack.
Alliance this game. There we go. Up to the high ground, Deso, and again, just this incredible amount of damage from Limp. Take these burns down pretty quick.
Dire's
Fortification will buy some time. Charlie's going to be back in the game.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Load steady.
They can do this, you know, just having this bit of restoration.
Dire's
Even
top
just a
tower
level
has
1.
fallen.
That constant little bit of tick health. And then
But they keep pressing it forward here. Oh, they're actually not. Okay. They're going to look for trying to catch somebody, I guess, here. I think they could have just continued, but...
no, so they've certainly got the power to do so. They could force it, but play it safe. Why not? Play it safe.
just don't give them any space to breathe, right? I think maybe they're assuming, hey, if we're pushing top super hard, maybe this Luna now gets space to go farm Ancients. But no, they're actually just backing up and maybe just finishing off an item or two. Nikobaby does have a full Scotty. So.
Yeah, he's holding on to that much money. Rather it's spent. Try and, as we said, they're not in a rush. They are not in a rush right now, Alliance. More than happy to take it at whichever pace, and there it is, Scotty done. Now they get themselves back in action as NiP trying to leave the base with the smoke. This time coming out as a group. This ain't your sort of solo smoke out from Charlie. There's a group movement. Alliance, they're here though. Westford's in. Spear off the sidewall with Misha. Dies in a beautiful flurry of his ultimate. NiP's got the pit control onto Saberlight. The cast bounces as well as the death ward down onto him. As Saberlight falls, 2 quick kills for Nikobaby and straight over towards the lane they go. Jump forward, clumsy net, into the spear. Doesn't quite clip onto the tree though, so Supreme will still manage to make it out of there. Maybe not, the pit's out. Any further lockdown there is. Supreme's away. He's able to live. These top rats taken down within seconds. And Alliance take a look to sweep over towards the mid lane. Misha's brought back. Charlie just managed to push out the wave mid, but still just struggling to touch any of the net worth that the top 4 members of Alliance do have.
They just have to watch their base dive.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Can't stop this at all. Bottom lane. They're going to try and going on to Handscan. Blowing the Eclipse will do it. They managed to kill Handscan, but they've lost 2 whole sets of racks in the process. They jump forward. Supreme out for something. The Casca the Maledicts is out onto. Yeah, they'll cancel that rift out. Limp's more than happy to stick around. The bug's onto Misha. Spear on a Supreme is into the tree. And we can probably expect a couple of G's coming out very, very shortly. As for themselves, Saberlight yet again. The pit control, it's too much. They have no items to deal with this sort of lockdown right now. There's 3 are dead. Record Charlie, there him with the spear. Charlie's gone. S4 dominating. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to a game 3. Game 1 looked pretty clean, pretty good from NiP. Big end game 2 have. Alliance came in with some fresh stuff. The Limp mid